All right, guys, welcome back to Frugal Homestead. So today I want to talk to this most simple version of compost I can show you guys. I've done videos before on our other compost here in the bins, but we have been doing a new style compost because the bins with pallets, I'm sorry, but as they break down, they get ugly. My wife does not like it. She has said, I don't like it. Now I can go spend a bunch of money and time building one, or I can do it lazy compost style. So let me show you what I mean. So this whole pile is nothing but our lazy compost. I don't have to do anything. It's really simple. I throw it down, it actually softens the ground under it, and then what it does is it draws more worms up because it's got a wider surface area. Rather than being held into a pile here, it's got a wider area, so it actually breaks down faster, and more animals will get into it and dig it up here than in there. I've had squirrels in here digging, chipmunks, moles, but it's so simple. Let me explain. A truck backed in here and dumped chips. All right, they just got done with the tree jobs. They just dumped chips here. All right, all I did was flatten it out a little bit, and then my neighbor had goats, and he brought the goat manure over, and then he cleaned out his chicken coop and brought the chicken coop manure over, and I just had him throw it on top. All right, then I mow my grass, and I threw it all on top. I didn't do anything else. You let it get rained on, you let it freeze in the winter. Now this style does take longer, and some people even say you should probably sift it. I don't worry about that. We already have done this once before, so I can show you the results before and after. But the fact of the matter is, there is no easier way to compost than this. So this pile has been sitting here for, I don't know, about 9-10 months. So I'm going to go ahead and just get into the heart of it. And if we break it apart, you can see the life that's growing in it. But the deeper you go, the more it's composted down. Now, I will still let this go a little bit longer, and we're also at the driest part of the summer. So this is not as moist inside here or as broke down as you want. But the thing about lazy compost is it doesn't break down as fast. It doesn't get as hot. So it needs more time to work. Now the crust on top, like I said, is mostly manure. And you can see it's already starting to break down and just fall apart. So as this all gets mixed up, as I'm using it, it'll still be breaking down in the bed. But let me show you one that's already done. All right, so this is the pile we had previously that covered this whole area right here. I've used most of it, all right? I left the edge that hadn't been there as long. So let's go ahead and dig into this and get down here and see what we got. So if I get down here, you can see that it's much more broke down. You still have some big sticks. You're always gonna have that, but it's much more broke down. It's a finer product. Now, this is the exact pile we use to do our tomatoes and our raspberries up there. I don't put anything else on those, and those things are producing like crazy. We have 4 grape tomato plants up there, and they are just going nuts producing. They're great for the grandkids when they come over, and I know what they're eating is not full of chemicals. I also know that I'm getting crawled on by ants everywhere. That's the only thing. You want to know if your soil's good and it's alive? See if there's insects in it, see if there's worms in it. But when the grandkids come over, they always say how our tomatoes taste better than the store-bought ones. And there's a simple reason for that. We're not forcing ours to grow fast. We're also growing ours in the earth, so they have that earth taste. That's what the kids can tell the difference. So if you're gonna do compost, don't work hard at it. Don't have a bunch of dirty pallets that your wife's gonna yell at you about as they break down and get ugly. Do lazy compost. There's nothing easier. And with that said, I'll see you guys in the next one.